Alright, so I, a while back, came across a channel, which this isn't, like, their main thing, but it's just a few videos that they've done. But it's from the channel Just Preston. They did a Disney analog horror series, which is what we're going to be checking out today. I've literally had a tab open with this for a few months now, so I thought I might as well finally actually sit down and watch it. So we are going to start off with log 1, the mouse. There's 9 videos total, but I'm going to watch them one at a time, so I'm not going to queue them up or anything, because for some reason my ad blocker is deciding not to work. So just going to make this harder for myself than it needs to be. So here we go. July 1967, following Walt's death in December of 66. Sorry. I guess we're gonna have to keep pausing this to read it. Following Walt's death in December of 66, the Disney company was slowing down. And some of the mascot character actors were quitting their jobs. Including the actor in the Mickey Mouse suit. He complained it was too hot, and I can imagine. That's when he stepped in. Who is he? He was one of Walt's older brothers named Raymond. He had offered to wear the Mickey Mouse suit. He was 76 years old, and we told him that it would get hot, but he didn't care. Here's a photo of him in the suit. Okay, and another. Oh, stop. He was walking around Disneyland for 2 hours saying hi to people and taking pictures with them. Then it was break time. But he didn't want to get out of the costume. He wanted to keep walking around in it. Then he gripped his chest tightly and suddenly collapsed. Heart attack? We tried to help him, but when we checked his pulse, he died from a heart attack. Yep. It's from all the heat. We didn't know what to do. But we settled on throwing the suit out with the body still inside. Dude. Since we couldn't use the suit again because of the smell from his sweat, and we couldn't have an ambulance come in the middle of the park where kids would see the body being taken by it. Yeah, I've read that. I don't know if any of this has any truth to it whatsoever, but I read a while back that Disney is really strict with that stuff. Unless you're far away from the public view, you are not allowed to take your suit off at all for any reason, even if you're sick or literally dying. And I read something along the lines of someone was passed out or possibly even dead in one of the suits, and another character found them, and since they weren't allowed to remove them while the park was open, they literally just sat them on a bench and let people take pictures with them in the suit. I don't know how much truth that has to it. I just know that Disney is really strict with that kind of stuff. which sucks, but, and I get it, you gotta keep the magic alive. We carried the body to a dumpster behind one of the buildings of Disneyland's Main Street. Later that night, after the park closed, we told the trashman to empty the same dumpster. We told him what happened, and he promised to keep his mouth shut. When he went to go empty the dumpster in his truck, he was shocked to see what he saw. I mean, they did try to warn you, didn't they? Here's a diagram of what it was. This is what he found instead. Oh! Oh, you can stop at any time. Never do that again. Okay, the next one is log 2 mouse encounter, which, after that last one, I don't know that I want to encounter the mouse. But this is about 2.5 minutes. Gonna be prepared to keep pausing it every 2 seconds. December 1967. Following the death of Walt's brother and the disappearance of the costume, we got someone else to wear the new Mickey suit. It looked the same and we were fine with it. Okay, looks like they slowed the text down. We got the new guy to wear the Mickey suit a week ago. Sadly, we forgot his name, so I'll just call him James. We would let him walk around the park in it for 20 minutes and he was fine with it. Walt, I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, what? That just flashed Walt's name, okay. Then it was closing time. James was in the dressing room taking the suit off. And we were outside the door waiting for him to finish so we could say goodnight to him. That's when we saw it. It was standing by the bushes across from us. The park's streetlights were off and we could only see its silhouette. It was a lanky and tall Mickey Mouse. We stared at it for 20 seconds and it stared back. We knew because it had a gleam in its eyes. Like an animal in the dark. It looked to its left, then back at us, then ran to the right. We thought nothing of it. Why? You knew the guy in the suit was dead. You threw the guy in the suit away. Then the guy in the suit disappeared. And now you're seeing him. But, it's nothing, I guess. But 30 seconds later, we heard James screaming from the dressing room he was in. Do you think it's nothing now? We ran in to see what it was. It was a lanky and tall Mickey stabbing James with a small knife. Then it ran away out the door it came from that was on the other side of the room. It was too late for James, who bled out on the floor. Did you even try to help him? That same night, when the night guard came, we told him what happened, and he said he'll keep a lookout. We left him alone to do his job. Yet another mistake. And while he was working, he also ended up dead. He saw the mouse. He claimed it was standing under the archway of the castle, and that it ran at him. He was able to get away. The next day he told us what happened. He had described the figure since his flashlight was able to illuminate the figure. And he also said that the figures looked... And he also said the figures looked... I can't fucking read, apparently. The figures' looks were burned into his mind. So we asked him to draw the figure. It looked sloppy, but it matched the features of what we saw that killed James. Here's what it was. Wait, hold on. Stop. Did it flash something again? Yeah, it keeps flashing Walt. Okay, this is getting interesting. Okay, this one is log 3, the mouse's spirit. It's 4 minutes. This is copyright for sure.
This is a place where dreams come true. The bright new Walt Disney World in Florida.
Hold on. Is there... There are no captions, alright.
Is already one of America's major attractions.
Hold. Okay. They can't keep me here. So it keeps flashing Walt in, like, the same font, the same red and everything. So is he trying to communicate somehow? Because, like, Walt is dead. Which is why they had his brother in the suit to begin with. I think? Maybe? I don't know, I'm confusing myself at this point. Okay, following the events from late 1967, we were still getting sightings of the mouse. Eventually, one night in January 1968, once the park closed, we got a security team to capture the mouse. Fast forward to 1971. A week after Disney World opened in Orlando, Florida. We had the idea to use the mouse to walk around the new park. We treated him like a pet and kept him in a cage in a room inside of the tunnel system underneath the park. His look stayed the same. We cleaned him up a bit so he won't scare the children, and put a little gloss on his face. Soon the complaints rolled in about the mouse, saying that a bad smell was coming from him, and that he would creepily whisper Walt in their ears. Soon we figured there was ghost activity in the suit. Nope, stop. By Walt's brother Raymond. So was Walt wearing the suit at first? Like before he died? Because I believe he died. Then his brother Raymond took over. Had a heart attack and died in the suit. So I think this is either Walt or Raymond trying to communicate. But if it's Raymond, then why would he keep saying Walt's name? It could complain or explain why he had disappeared. God, if I could learn to read. Nope. Back it up. It could explain why he had disappeared from the dumpster back in 67. I mean, yeah, possibly. Here's a tape of one of our guys trying to contact him with the spirit box.
Alright, so, one of the Disney employees I was tasked with.
Hold on, is there... There was... No, okay.
Keeping watch of this guy here. They say they don't say it. They're convinced it's haunted. So they tasked me with, trying to talk with it and, have it talk back to me with a spirit box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask questions, only yes or no ones, and if it says yes, it'll play a beep. And if it says no, it'll play a much lower beep. So I'm just gonna ask the first question. Are you currently haunting the suit? Okay.
Yes.
Also, as I'm doing this, I have a piece of paper. I'm writing, whatever whatever the response is, either yes or no. So, I'll do the next question. Are you happy?
No.
Okay. Are you angry?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you possess any other characters?
Nope. So it's just
Okay.
Mickey.
The light just turned off above me. I got it. Alright, I got it back now.
Oh.
Continue in. What the heck? What the heck? Spirit? Did you move the left eye?
Give it a controlled shock. Okay, next up we have log 4, mouse corpse extraction. I don't like the sound of that. Here, you go away. Okay, December 1971. You have confirmed that Raymond was in the suit using the corpse inside as the skeleton. But, see, he never asked who it was. He would sometimes mumble... Okay, give me 1 second. Get this stupid thing in the corner to go away. Okay, sometimes mumble. A couple times he would whisper clear words. Okay, hold on. The suit is my body now. Great. Our plan was to get the suit off and get the corpse out and then bury it. Our first attempt didn't go as planned. We tried to take off the mouse head, but it was stuck somehow. So we opened up the back. And what we saw made us physically sick. His skin was melted to the suit, which was why the head was stuck. He had been in it since his death in 67. That's why it smells. Yeah. Next day, they came up with a plan. I was at home, but they mailed me a tape and some photos. They attempted to use power tools to cut the head open to see what was happening inside. Here's the tape. Okay, do we want to see this? See, it's flashing, but I can't tell if it's like flashing something or if it's just like a camera glitch or whatever. It didn't bother him. He was calm. After cutting, they were able to pry open the back of the head. And what they found made them even more sick. The corpse's head was also melted to the suit. When they were trying to pry it open more, the cut they made closed itself. During this, the left eye of the head had fallen out. Ew. But it got worse. One of the guys in the room was trying to take a picture of the mouse. Why? The flash on his camera was on. The mouse didn't like the flash. And he snapped, throwing one guy against the wall. Then he tried to go for the cameraman, but he was able to run away with the rest of the employees. He had snapped some photos while running. Those photos are what they sent to me. This is what they were. It's just a hand. Oh. Okay, next up we got log 5 mouse message. It's only a minute and a half. But a couple days after the failed corpse extraction, I got sent this tape. This is what it is. You don't understand. That one didn't. The company is corrupt. You can't keep me here. I'm doing this for Walt. Yeah. The suit is my body now. You just moved on. After Walt's death. It's not the same. Without him, the company is not the same. Don't try to lock me back into the room. This company has been a mess. That's why I wore the suit. For Walt. Don't try to stop me. Because I will find you and kill you. Oh. Alright, good talk. Alright, next one is log 6, mouse in the papers. After the threatening tape I got from the mouse, I doubted that he was able to escape. Until I read a newspaper during the night of the failed mouse extraction. He had actually escaped. And is in civilization. Are you talking about the mouse? I knew because the newspaper headline said, "One-eyed Mickey takes a walk." And it showed a picture from some couple. The couple were getting home from a shopping run, and when they saw the mouse under the Disney World archway entrance, They told their neighbors that that's how it got in the papers. The couple had taken a picture of their camera of the mouse. This is the picture. That wasn't the end of that. A kid in the neighborhood had also said to the reporter that he had saw the mouse. I quickly drove over to talk to him to get more information. He said that the smile had moved a little bit and that he was missing his left eye. I asked him to draw the figure he saw. I knew what he was talking about, but I was thinking he was messing with me. He said he wasn't messing with me, and he drew the mouse. He was a good artist, because his drawing matched the details of the mouse. This is his drawing. The Disney company caught wind of this, and to keep good press, they said it was to promote the Disney World park. I don't know how long I can keep up with this. What would Walt do? Probably not throw his brother in a dumpster. Okay, next up is log 7, Mouse in the Forest. A day after the mouse had been in the papers, the Disney company had stopped any other copies of the story from being made, and they started the search for the mouse. They had put a tracker on the back of its head. On the night they captured it back in '68. This time he was in Fort Wilderness. I tagged along even though the mouse warned me if I tried to stop him, he would kill me. I was hesitant. I wanted everything back to normal. We drove to his location in jeeps with tasers and tranquilizers. We drove quietly behind him. He seemed calm. One of the guys took a picture. Ugh. The noise of the camera started him. I'm supposed to say startled. He turned around to see us. As he turned around, the first tranquilizer was fired. Nope, stop. It didn't affect him somehow. So the guys with tasers went in to stun him. Grunts were heard from the mouse as the guys were tasing him. Interesting. But he fought back. He used a tranquilizer dart he was shot with to stab one of them. Then he threw the others aside. More tranquilizers were fired, but he wasn't fazed. He then ran away. We helped up the guys with the tasers and continued our chase. We drove along the forest trail. We still were using the tracker. Soon the mouse stopped in the middle of the forest. We got out of the jeeps to try again. But what we found instead wasn't the mouse. It was the tracker. He found it. He had ripped it off somehow. Hold. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up. Leave me alone. So, I wonder how he's communicating like that. Okay, now we got log 8, another mouse message. So, still 1971. A couple days after we failed to get the mouse. The Disney World Park was starting to slow down. That isn't the worst of it. The Disney company had found the logs I was making. Then they fired me. I loved my job. Yesterday I got mailed this tape. Another death threat. You pushed your luck. You tried to get me back in the room. Again. And again. The company sucks. The company is corrupt. You deserve to get fired. Because you were nosy. You couldn't just leave me alone. If Walt never died, then I wouldn't have done this. I told you what would happen if you tried to stop me. I'm going to come find you.
I'm going to come find you.
And kill you. I feel like that wasn't meant to be as funny as it kind of was. Alright, and we are now here with log 9 mouse entry, the finale. So let's see how this all ends.
I can't take it anymore.
Do you have captions? You do. Are they gonna work?
It's bad. The mouse. He found me. It's 1971. After I was fired.
No, they are not, so I'm just not gonna talk while this guy is talking, so that you can actually understand it.
He told me if I didn't try. He told me if I didn't leave him alone, he'd kill me. He is right. He was so right. He was outside my door. I see him through the windows. I'm scared. I'm really scared. The Disney company won't help me anymore. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm alone. Why did this happen?
Because you threw him away.
He's only upset because Walt died.
And you threw him away.
I'm afraid. No one help. He's still at the door. Whoa. Oh no.
You should get some WD-40 on that.
No. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No more. Walt, I hope you're proud.
So what exactly was his goal? He was upset because his brother died. So then when he died, he started using the suit to kill other people? Because he stabbed that guy and then tried to kill that other guy. Or at least ran at him in a very threatening manner. Because the company was corrupt, so is he just going after people, like, that worked for the company? Like, the higher-ups or whatever? I'm not entirely sure about that ending, but I think it was, like, a good analog horror. It had a nice story. For the most part, it made sense. Like, to me at least. And I like the idea of, like, Disney analog horror, because I don't know why, I've just always found, like, weird, creepy things about Disney kind of cool. Like, I like reading about, like, all the ghost sightings and, like, all that stuff in the attractions. I don't know why. I've never been to the park. So if there's any more, like, Disney analog horror or just weird, creepy Disney stuff, then let me know, because I'd love to check it out. But, I will, as always, put a link to the channel down below in the description, because the channel doesn't do, like, normal analog horror stuff. Like, as far as I've seen, this is the only one that they've done. And it's not even, like, in a playlist or anything. So I will put a link to the channel down in the description. You can check it out if you want, along with all my socials. But that's going to be it for this one. So I'm going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.